During my GCSEs and A-levels, I always thought exams were everything. Getting the best results is exactly what I needed to do. Getting an A was excellent and getting a C was simply not good enough. I'd always study for the exam, complete the exam, and forget everything I knew 2 weeks later. It was a constant cycle of remembering, doing the exam and forgetting, and I was not actually learning anything. But when I first started uni, a lecturer came in and made one statement which changed my entire process of studying. This was to study for life rather than the exam. Ever since then, I've always seen the exam as an obstacle in the way of my future. It was this statement which made me realize that I need to remember and study for things, not for the exam, but for the patient. University is different. It holds your future. Something you learn in first year is equally as important as something you've just learned. Naturally, we are also focused on exams and forget that we're actually preparing for our workplace. The exams are only a small hurdle in the way of our future. Hi, my name is Heena. I'm a third year pharmacy student studying at UCL. Now, I just finished my third year and I was looking back on my first and second year notes, and I've realized I've remembered a lot of information. And the way I've done that is through remembering the statement to prepare for life rather than the exam. Ever since then, I've always had the motivation, not for the exam, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be working in a pharmacy, and if I don't know my stuff, it could potentially harm a patient. The consequences of that fear me most rather than the consequences of the exam. So today, I'm going to ask you guys to have the thought in your head to prepare for the workplace rather than the exam. And I promise you, sticking by that motive will change your entire process of studying and will help motivate you to study. For me, studying pharmacy, I need to know all the information from my first year all the way until my fourth year. It's a spiraled course, as the lecturers always say. Now, I'll give you guys a hypothetical situation. Say a patient comes into the pharmacy and I'm there serving them, and this patient happens to have a cold sore, which we learn in first year. Now, during my first year, if I learned about cold sores just for the exam and 2 weeks later I'd forgot everything, I can't help this patient. This patient is expecting me to help them and advise them, but unfortunately I can't because I didn't revise it for the patient, I revised it for the exam. So I have to turn the patient away because I didn't learn it for them. I think we all need to have that motivation that we're not learning this for the exam that's coming in 2 weeks. We're learning this for life. We're learning this for the future, and that needs to motivate us. We need to prepare for the exam in a way that will help us in the future. Studying this way will give you a higher reward in the long term. Now, Abraham Lincoln once said, "Give me 6 hours to chop a tree and I will take 4 to sharpen the axe." And that says it all. We need to prepare for the exam in a way that's helping us to prepare for the future. Now, the next part I think we're all familiar with is cramming. This is a process where we study a large amount of information over a short period of time. Cramming is essentially storing information in your short-term memory. It gives us the ability to recognize and familiarize ourselves with that particular topic, but it does not give us the ability to recall the topic. But just taking a few hours to actually understand the topic, actually processing it into your long-term memory, will be much more beneficial in the long term. A way which helps me to remember lots of information and lots of different medicine names is something called the spacing effect, which essentially is studying information over a spaced period of time. Repeating stuff over a spaced period of time is much more beneficial than doing it all in one go or doing it over a short period of time. A study was shown to demonstrate that the spacing effect is 90% more effective than cramming, and that says it all. So the next time you're thinking of studying, think about the spacing effect. And on that note, that is the end of this video. So the next time you're studying, remember the statement to prepare for life rather than prepare for the exam. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And if you haven't already, please follow my Instagram, it is over there, and I'll see you guys next time in a new video. Peace.